And now it's time for Hanford Insider Sports with Eric Bentley.
We'll start with softball, where Hanford West stayed undefeated in Tri-County Kings League action last week, taking down Selma and Kerman to improve to 7-0. Tuesday saw Selma jump out to a 4-0 lead before the Huskies plated a run in the fifth, and a 5-run sixth gave them a 6-4 lead. Then Ryland Montoya came back out and pitched a scoreless seventh to preserve the win. Friday's game versus Kerman saw the Huskies play through 3 errors of their own en route to a 7-2 victory. Tied at 2 after 4 innings, Janelle Ramirez launched a 3-run home run as part of a 5-run fifth inning to give the Huskies the lead. Kaylin Boring picked up the save with 2 1/3 innings of no-hit ball out of the pen, while Ryland Montoya's 4 2/3 inning of work was enough to pick up the win, her 15th of the season, ranking her second in the Central section and 13th in the state in the win category. The Huskies can clinch the Tri-County Kings League this week as they will take on Kingsburg Tuesday before ending their regular season with a non-league matchup with Sierra Pacific. Speaking of Sierra Pacific, their softball team had a week to remember, especially at the plate, in a pair of run rule victories over Central Valley Christian and Washington Union. Tuesday's game at CVC saw the Golden Bears jump out to a 12-0 lead after 2 innings, thanks to an 11-run top of the second. Aided by 5 Cavaliers errors in the game, Sierra Pacific would go on to win in 5, 20-4. Anaya Zaragoza had a day in the win, going 2 for 2 with 2 walks, 4 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored, with Hayden Cota picking up the 5-inning win in the circle. Friday's matchup with Washington Union followed the same storyline as the Golden Bears bats stayed hot, scoring in all 5 innings, and the Panther defense committed 7 errors in the 18-6 ball game. Brooklyn Webb went 3 for 4 in the win, knocking in 3 and scoring 2, while Hayden Cota picked up the win again, the 5th of the season for the freshman. It's a 2-team race in the Tri-County Sequoia League between Sierra Pacific and Emmanuel, and the Golden Bears will get a chance to prove themselves head-to-head against the Eagles on Tuesday before closing out their regular season in that non-league clash with Hanford West. And Hanford High softball was able to break out of their skid, taking down Dinuba and Tulare Union last week. On Wednesday, a pair of 4-run innings bookended the Bullpups offense in an 8-1 victory. And on Friday, the offense picked up where it left off, erupting for 13 runs in the 13-5 win over Tulare Union. The Bullpups will take on Tulare Western and Mission Oak in league action this week. Sticking with Hanford High, but with baseball, as the Bullpups were able to pick up a pair of league wins last week, taking down Dinuba and Tulare Union. On Wednesday, a 5-run fifth inning helped propel Hanford High to the 7-5 victory in an error-riddled game that saw both sides commit 4 errors apiece. Friday's matchup with Tulare Union drew similar storylines to Wednesday's game, an error-filled game that saw the Bullpups plate the winning runs in a 5th-inning outburst, resulting in a 7-5 Hanford High victory. After an 8-game skid, the Bullpups have now won 3 in a row, all by a final score of 7-5, and find themselves second place in the WIL with matchups against Tulare Western and league-leading Mission Oak this week. Sierra Pacific baseball was in action twice in a big league series with Kingsburg last week. Wednesday, it was Kingsburg getting ahead early and not looking back as the Golden Bears were unable to find much offense in the 6-1 loss. Saturday's matchup was a different story, however, as it took 12 innings to decide a winner, but with the game tied at 4, Sierra Pacific plated the run that mattered and came away victorious 5-4. The Golden Bears round out their regular season with a 2-game non-league clash with Hanford West this week, as their fate in the Tri-County Kings League rests in the hands of the Kingsburg-Kerman series. Sierra Pacific has finished league play at 6-2 on the year. At 4-2, if the Vikings and the Lions split their 2-game series, the Golden Bears would be the outright winner. Should either of those teams sweep the other, a tiebreaker of record over higher-ranked opponents would be the decider, which right now looks like it would favor Sierra Pacific over Kerman, but Kingsburg over Sierra Pacific. And it was a tough week for Hanford West baseball as they dropped 2 games to league-leading Selma last week. Wednesday, the Huskies struck first with a run in the first inning, but it was Selma's 4-run second inning that gave the Bears the 4-1 win. And on Thursday, the Huskies found themselves in front 1-0 again before the Bears scored 7 unanswered to take the 7-1 victory. The last series of the regular season for the Huskies will be that 2-game matchup with Sierra Pacific. As always, we like to cover as many local sports as we can, so if you have a score report, a story idea, or a team update, please let us know at hanfordinsider@gmail.com. I'm Eric Bentley, and this has been your Hanford Insider Sports Report.